saying? I might like now where I put it? You know what I
Well,
mean?
I'm gonna need your advice on how to get it out of my computer. So, because I was having a hard time finding it. It was taking it to a media player and all that stuff. But anyways, let's get to it, man. Excited you're here. Share with me what you were just saying about Francis, and Google. What was that all about?
So Francis just told me, he said as of the last couple of days, literally that Google AI Studio has outranked Lovable AI. So there's a lot going on with Lovable, and there's a lot you can do with Lovable, right?
Hmm.
And that is a tool that I would spend time learning because of what you can create that could fascinate others, not to mention just fascinate others, but you could really, benefit. We're talking about building an app that you could use to do whatever you, I mean, obviously that's what Revven was built in, so you get it.
Yeah.
Uh, but Google AI Studio has outpaced Lovable and is free.
Hmm.
So it's got a lot going on over there. So if there was something, if there was a tool that an additional tool that you wanted to learn, whoever you were, right, that would be
Mhm.
something that is pretty strong, obviously well financed, is part of the Google family. Yeah, they
Okay.
got Google has Nana Banana and a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Google is Google.
Yeah. I think I heard that somebody, Jens or Brian, one of the cats, was mentioning how Google's got like 1,000 developers. That's
I
why they're
mean,
able to just
Google is
come up with it.
Google. They up there in the goat territory. You know what
I love it, man. So I just want to share for those that don't know, man, what we've been able to do, what you've been able to guide me to with this AI for business, and just being a pioneer. And just thank you big time for that and being out there in Vegas and learning from all of these amazing minds, and that's probably a huge piece of it. Is just being in that network that we have available to us. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to share my screen, bro. And but yeah, tell me what you saw, give me 30 seconds of Vegas and what that means to the future of a lot of people, whoever would jump on board with yourself and myself.
Listen, with in 30 second, with what AI for business has going on and upcoming, not to mention what they already have in place. Listen, man, the reason I'm so excited about them is because I mean, compared to everybody else, they are literally the category king. I mean, they rule this entire category. So that's number one. But more important than that, they over deliver in everything they do. I mean, in everything they do. And that is, there's a lot of people out there trying to take a shortcut. You know what I mean? They're trying to give just enough and they're trying to charge, more than what they're worth. And it's the opposite here, man. You got to be able to appreciate that. So, in a nutshell, when it comes to let me share this quick story
Right.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah, about 18 months ago, man, I realized that I wasn't on track to be able to retire with the lifestyle that I was, I'm looking towards, right? And I'm
Hmm.
like, I got to do something different. I got to pivot. And I knew and understood that I would have to do something AI based. So I started looking for that AI arena, right? Where can I
Hmm.
get in and fit in? What can I learn to earn significant income? Now, check this out. More importantly, what I needed to learn, who can teach me, right? Who
Hmm.
has quality training, information that I can learn and benefit from to do something significant, to do something special, to bring some real value to the marketplace one way or another. And
Hmm.
after going through a whole bunch of junk, man, it was AI for Business who I landed upon, and the way their program just over delivers and what they have been able to help me accomplish, I just couldn't be more excited, man. I'm a raving fan, and anybody who's in the AI for business ecosystem, they're in a good place.
And so you've been to a few of their live seminars because I know they do a lot of training, you invited me to say, hey, Ring, take a look. Once I got inquisitive, I know you were in that space. I didn't know all the details. I didn't know, you were kicking books up to the side and you were just trying to find, well, where's the good AI that I want to settle in? If there was a thought in your head, but you definitely found something to settle in. But so you went live to, was it Florida, different places, and you just got back from Vegas. Tell me, because you've seen the evolution of AI for business.
Yeah.
And it's, 30 days later, you're kind of like old news if you're not current.
I mean, the short version is I was in Orlando at their 4-day event that they hold twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. I mean, I was in Orlando. They had one previously, 4 months before that. Just got out of Las Vegas. But besides them over delivering, man, they stay on top of exactly what's going on today. They're not trying to create a course, right? Or write a book. You create a course or write a book, by the time you get it published, it's outdated, right? So the hardest thing about AI is to be able to keep up with AI because it moves that fast, and they do that incredibly well.
Yeah, on that note, I'm gonna jump over here. You can see my screen, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm typing in here. Show me him walking on the pier. Zoom in, uh, and then zoom out. Just nothing extraordinary, just some basic. I'm just curious because I just upgraded. This is Google Gemini. All right. So I'm gonna see if it's gonna create because I don't know if it kicked in what my upgrade because it was telling me, well, in order to do that, you need to upgrade. So I went ahead and did it. I don't know if it's gonna do anything or not, but that's a picture I generated pretty much as a result. Okay, generating the video in 1 to 2 minutes. I generated that over here in this Rev. This is the Revven piece. You see my screen
Yeah,
still, right?
yeah.
And I know you know this very well. I know you
Mhm.
spent much time in here. You see where it says 5 of 10 videos remaining this month?
Yes.
That said 8 when I sat down. I went to try to get it to do something with this for whatever reason. I'll try it again. I know I only get 10. I think I can pay to upgrade or something. You get so many per month. And I think there may be a way to buy some tokens or whatever, even within the Revin. But that's pretty amazing that just with the AI for Business membership, you get that. Did you get this whole Revin world? I mean, you got images right here. I got a clone that's active right now. I created this clone. Haven't seen it do anything yet. It exists. In fact, I click on my clones on the far right here. Train a new clone. But you see, I got this clone right here.
Yep.
It's selected. So I put in like 25 images
Mhm.
and I kind of want to be able, I'm gonna learn eventually. And of course I can train a new clone, another one that's what you were telling me about. And so that was cool to play around with that earlier today, just knocked that out. All this again, of course, is in Revit. I'm gonna click over here with prompter. Let's see, is that what I want to do? Creator. Yep, in the Creator Studio, there's the images, there's the videos, there's upscale, um, choosing a file. In fact, if I just let me try that because I don't think I've done that yet. Well, yeah. Let me see if I just put that in here. Let me just see if I upscale. Let me see if I just upscale that. See what that looks like. This is just OJT, but this is just one piece of what you get with the AI for Business, which is a huge piece, this whole Revin piece. Still so much to flesh out, but I'm excited that, oh, here's another cool thing. In the chat, is it chat? Not chat, tools. Oh my God, this morph. Man,
Yeah,
this
you got
morphed
options.
me. You already know where I'm going with that. That's where this whole thing started. For me, I just put some pictures from my computer into the morph me, and it was a wrap. I was locked in. And so I clicked to upload the selfie. Let me just grab one of these pictures. So then I just went ahead. In fact, I will grab one that I've already morphed and see if it will morph it again. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of cool. So I got corporate Ream picture. That's something that I've already morphed from a picture of me before, right? So, but what's cool is I can take that image and I can go ahead and throw it in this model, um, I'll call it like a little model picture. What am I trying to say, Steve? Put it in the
Template, template
template. That's the
frame.
word. Template. Yep. And I'll just throw it in here and I'll just grab one that's kind of generically looking like, let's say right here, close up. So I just grab it's transforming that. While that's doing that, I'll take a look back over here at Google Gemini. It's still generating the video. I don't know if when I leave the screen, if it causes it to go into a longer mode or not, but it said it would take a few minutes, a couple minutes on this one. But man, I tell you, just this idea of what I'm doing right now, creating videos and moving them around and getting clones and, you know, excited beyond word.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And here's the real value behind the excitement. The real value is, listen, we can, you, whoever you are, can clone yourself, your image, your likeness, including your voice. Now you can literally be doing, you can be like all over the place in all different type of environments, speaking the language of your choice, wearing the wardrobe of your choice. You can dress. I tell you this all the time, man. You can create your own commercials with the scripts, right? With the wardrobe and the environment of your choice. But here's my point, just to tighten it up.
Yeah,
You can have images and a look for Instagram. You can have a different look for LinkedIn because those are two different audiences, right?
yeah, yeah,
You can have a different look for TikTok because that might be a different audience. You follow me? So
yeah,
have a different persona, to have these images and different looks. That's a
Hey, I
that's
didn't tell.
better than changing clothes and taking
Oh my
photos.
God, I didn't tell you about this yesterday. I didn't tell you that I got an ebook now. AI's next wave built by 10 countries, right? Let me see if I click on it. Let me view this puppy. I just created this puppy inside here. AI's
Mhm.
next wave built by 10 countries. Remus Muhammad.
Wow, you said a published author, huh?
Man, yeah, it's got to change my bass and my
You
voice.
gotta love it.
I mean, the table of contents. Let me just give you chapter one because it's real brief, right? We're going to jump off here in just a couple minutes, but let me just say, um, from LA streets to island dreams, a young man's first steps. Check this out. The asphalt of Los Angeles can feel like it never ends, hot under your feet, stretching out in every direction. For a little boy growing up there, it's a big, beautiful, sometimes scary world. I remember the smell of jasmine mixed with car exhaust, the sound of ice cream trucks competing with distant sirens, and the constant hum of possibility, even if you didn't always know what that possibility was. That's where it all started for me in the urban sprawl of LA, a place that teaches you to watch, to listen, and to always, always keep moving. My early years were extraordinary in the way movies, I'm sorry, they weren't extraordinary in the way that movies try to make childhood seem. There were no grand epiphanies under a street lamp. It was just life. My neighborhood had its challenges, sure, like most places in a massive city. But it also had community. It had uncles and aunties who weren't blood relatives, but might as well have been. We had potlucks, block parties, spontaneous games of basketball, ending only when the streetlights came on. And on the kind of unspoken understanding that comes when everyone's just trying to make it work. My mom, she was my anchor. She worked hard always. And she instilled in me a simple but powerful idea. Education wasn't just a choice, it was your ticket. It was the way that you could open doors that seemed permanently shut. She always said, honey, they can take a lot of things from you, but they can't take what's in your head. And that stuck with me. So that's chapter one.
Yo,
You
man,
know what I'm saying?
congratulations, number one on
Yeah.
that's dope. And it sounds like you. So that's it's
Yeah.
you're training your AI well.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to hear the audio. It was at 11 Labs. And again, all of this really coming through this AI for business. There's no way on earth. This right here, I'm just letting people see this, Steve. You already know it. customer persona generator, ultimate email generator, social media calendar, Morph Me, Revven Music Studio, nonfiction ebook generator, newsletter generator, VSL script generator, presentation pal, ultimate logo generator, perfect hire generator, prompt engineering coach, audio transcription, web scraper, hooks on tap, Sora 2 prompt creator, app designer, book cover generator, business plan generator, interactive business coach, brand voice creator. We spent some time over there earlier today. Cora's coloring book creator. How about that? You know,
Yeah, that's his 7-year-old daughter. Scroll back up just a little bit
sure.
up to the hooks on tap right there.
Hooks on tap. When we
Hooks
click
on
it,
tap. Let me just kind of little commercial on that. We
yeah,
won't go into it, but hooks on tap, the benefit of that is you guys probably know and understand a hook is kind of what you would use to be the headline in a post. It's the hook. The hook is what stops the scroll.
okay,
So if you have a dope hook on your post, you got my attention. It's a hook. And if
right.
you can get their attention, that's the beginning of all marketing.
So like
Is
an
the hook.
AI powered email marketing hook.
It's the hook. It's the
Okay,
beginning of all marketing. It's the hook. So that's where your message starts. You got to get my attention first. And now you got my attention. What are you saying? And
right.
so to learn and to be able to benefit and have that access to that, here's what it boils down to. This hook creator is better than you creating hooks. And that's what it boils down to. Hey,
I'm just
Remus,
filling in the bubbles. Go ahead, go ahead.
look, I tell people all the time, I'm like, dude, how can you even compete with me if you and I are in business and we're solo entrepreneurs, right? And you're building a business, I'm building a business. You are using your mental, I'm using my mental and AI, and I'm getting work done, and I'm getting it done at the speed of light. And then there's you trying to compete with me. You don't stand a chance. And we bring that to people's attention to not talk about us being in this position, but trying to help them level up their game. And if they're not using AI, man, we just try to help them see the light.
I love it. I love it. um, looking to be more. I'm just typing in as you're saying this. I don't know if I'll be able a chance to do it because we're gonna wrap up in like 5 minutes. Before we go though, Steve, I want to let everybody know. I want to invite them back to another Zoom that we're going to do possibly next week. We'll pick a time, you and I. I want them to really sit with us with an intention and create this and let people see some of this functionality that you're working with, that you're dealing with. And I want to invite everybody to get into these Zooms in the future. I'm going to have a $5 subscription. So if you want to get into these Zooms, it's going to be $5. So I know you're putting some subscription stuff together, adding that into the overall um, program of what we're all creating and being able to put that stuff together. And I know you've really been tightening that up, but just throwing it out there to my people. I'm on Facebook Live right now. We're going to have this recorded. I can share it later on. But I just wanted everyone to know that just the $5, almost like a subscription, but it's more letting me know you're serious. I'm hoping the $5 is not going to make or break whoever's listening in, but it will just show me that, okay, cool. I see what you're doing, Remus. I see what you're about. I appreciate what you're doing. It's not obviously I'm going to go buy a house with that $5 for whoever shows up, but it's just the principle of like, look at here, you're getting some good nuggets. And when we pay for things, we pay attention a little bit different. I don't care if it's $1, $5. If it's free, we may catch it, we may not. We're not really tuned in, but just that little bit of commitment. And so I just want to let that be known. I'm setting that up. That's going to be a recurring theme. We'll always do some free stuff for people. But another big thing is the commercial for the next AI for Business summit. Well, the free summit. It's coming up in December. I don't have the exact date now, but luckily we're still November 20th. Haven't got to Thanksgiving. Shout out to everybody this week. Thanksgiving coming up next week, I should say, a week from today. But the point is, I want to make sure people know about that because all of this functionality comes as one result of being a pro in AI for business. Without that, and again, the freebie though, what you're talking about, what got me in was, hey, you said, hey, Reem, okay, welcome to the AI lane, man. You're only about 4, 5, 6 months behind, but welcome, which is almost like 60 years behind. I don't know if I'm gonna catch Steve, but it's okay because every day he's going to another level. But there's so much to do, and he's guided me through. You got to have mentors. He's guided me through, and even some of this stuff today. And when I was in there creating the voice piece, I wouldn't have just stumbled upon that. There are a million things. This is the Revven piece. There's a whole go high level. There's a whole close bot piece. I mean, it's exciting, but it's also great when you can focus in on a piece that starts to take your life to another. And what I'm really catching, what I'm really catching is the video, the audio, the scripting, the prompting, and creating from an image, the invites now. If I
Yeah,
told you how many folks are now like, hey, Remus, what's happening? I'm like, I know it's that video that I sent you. I
yeah,
have no doubt about it. It's like, okay, you're letting me know you're kind of on a Rolls Royce level now, finally. It's kind of
yeah,
like, I'll roll with you. Okay, you cool people, always been cool people, but I need to see you polished. And that's such a huge thing, subliminally, for people to
yeah.
know that you're current. And I'm nowhere near all the way current, but more current than most. Let's say it like that. So, yeah, thoughts on that, man? I know we got that event coming up. We'll be
Hey, you know what? Let me just piggyback on your invitation
yeah,
to the 3-day free summit. You guys, listen, be on the lookout for the special invitation link that Remus has for you, number one. So look out for that link. Number two, here's why you would want to attend. You know what I mean? We might be a little biased. I'm biased because I'm in love with what this organization has done for me and what it has allowed me to do. But more importantly, let's talk about what it can do for you because here's what's up. The invitation is to a free 3-day summit where it's going to give you the opportunity to vet, right? To um, to basically take a look at this organization to see if the value they deliver, if they're delivering real value. That's all. It's kind of like a trial, a taste test. I mean, when you see who they are and the value they deliver, enough said. So we invite you to come take a look. And with that, look out for Remus's link and you'll be excited. You will be, it'll be well worth your time. So I'll see you guys on the event.
good looking out, man. I appreciate that. We've got a couple of weeks yet before that happens, so we'll be doing some more
On the
Zooms,
5th, 6th, and 7th, this time it's going to be on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
opposed to
So
when it used to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So they're probably listening to the market and yeah, but I will tell you guys this, as soon as you get access to Remus's link, go ahead and register because we normally get about 3,000 people who register, but we only have 1,000 seats. So, hold that thought.
And
All
if you
right,
don't
Mr.
want to
Muhammad.
mind, if you don't mind telling everybody, thank you for that, Steve. If you don't mind telling everybody a plug for what you do, because this is all about a collaborative. This is I know you're doing some things. I know some stuff you don't want to reveal too soon. So if you can, let people know because this is a team effort, and we're going to be doing some stuff together. I'm going to be plugging in what we figure out we can share. I know you're working on some very specific lanes and some very specific software, if you will, what you're creating, for lack of a better word, software AI. You're creating some specifics, but the generic idea of whoever the heck you are being a part of this environment, this ecosystem that Steve and I created, which is a subsystem, but it's of this whole bigger system, AI for business. And but anything that you wanted to put a shameless plug on about where you're headed so people can kind of get a feel of how strongly I'm connected to some powerful cats in the space.
Yeah, good looking out, Mr. Muhammad. Here's what I'll share real quick. Long story short, AI for Business has put me in a position to create my own AI automation agency, right? Where we've been able to develop and deploy AI systems, AI automations, including voice agents and chat agents. I don't want to really go into it any more than that because it's just it's high level automation that's developed and deployed by us. Us being my business, but AI for business put me in a position and helped me learn and develop those automations and systems. And we're talking about high ticket, projects, starting at around $4,995 and $495 a month moving forward in
Wow.
that arena. But that's just something that's possible. Back to you. What I want to make sure you guys know and do is come take a look to see who we're endorsing, referencing, co-signing. You know what I'm saying? Come take a look at what is on the table. And, once you guys see the value that's here, I think it's something that you guys will be able to get excited about. You'll definitely be able to benefit from, and you will learn quite a bit. I'm gonna leave you one last thing. Here's my plug. This 3-day summit, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is 12 hours of straight value. Okay. But I would recommend you consider doing the $27 VIP upgrade. $27 gets you the recording of all 12 hours plus 90 minutes each day of Q&A on the back end. That's a lot that you're getting for $27, and here's why. You can't take enough notes fast enough. There's way more value than you can consume in
Hmm.
12 hours. It's worth the $27. Now, $27 is optional, right? You can just sit through it for free, but at least now you know. Hey, Mr. Muhammad, I'll turn it back over to you. And yes, sir.
When you shared that with me, it was that same exact way. That was my language was free. And then you kind of dropped that in my head. I said, okay, I'll see you as I'm going along. And it's
Yeah.
12 hours, it's 3 days, 4 hours each. And probably within the first 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, where do you pay the 27? Because I got to have all that. I was taking notes, but they're sharing so many nuggets that once I got in all the way, I see, oh, wow, there's like 17 hours of courses. So much to actually walk it into fruition. And I know you met some of the main players. That's a whole other conversation when you went live. And I mean, the circle that hopefully you got some of their phone numbers and whatnot. But at the very least, in our circle of community, you can communicate with them. They know you now. You've seen them. You've been there. And to me, that's everything, bro, moving forward. Because being around people that are solution oriented, like we all got problems, but like they just instinctively like, oh, you could do this or you could send that out. Or it's being around the people that have the answers all the way to the modern time of 2025 and AI on the highest level. That and you don't have to be the coder or any of that. You just talk, copy, paste is really what I taught it.
Hey man, AI makes things so much easier, so much faster, and so much more efficient. I can't even imagine. It's kind of like where were we before cell phones? You know what I mean? It's like how do you remember that far back? You know what I mean? But my point is, it's a great place to be. I'm excited for you guys to get an opportunity to take a look at what's on the table. That VIP, it's a good deal for $27. It's like going Thanksgiving dinner and having all this food left over. You don't have nothing to take it home with. You know what I'm saying? You need to get those recordings because they're worth going back and listening to over and over and over. There's a lot to learn there. Turn it back over to you, sir.
Real quick, as I wrap up, you told me to go to Hooks on Tap. I put in a few words, develop a product of AI powered email marketing hook, targeting, women that are over a certain age, looking to be more efficient, trying to get into freedom and put the job to the side. It came up with this. Here's some hooks. Generate $3,000 monthly selling digital products in 90 minutes weekly. Nice little hook. 473 women over 50 quit their day jobs using this email system. Little hook. Reclaim 15 hours weekly while doubling your email revenue. Just little hooks. They just generated 10 hooks, just that quick. Just some stuff to marinate on. Choose whichever one you want, Remus, in my case. But whoever gets involved, right, they'll have access to this. AI writes your sales emails while you sleep. Clients pay within 48 hours. Another thing, stop trading hours for dollars. Earn passive income by Tuesday. That might hook me to say, let me click on that. learn a little bit more. Let me give you my email and phone number, or let me get on your database list, Remus, and see.
Let me piggyback on that real quick because what happens is out of that 10, let's say you like two or three,
Yeah,
and and out of that two or three, you can say, I like these two or three, let's regenerate, let's remix. But now you know the ones I like, and it will remix 10 more with the flavor that you're moving towards. Look, I mean, it just keeps getting better and better as it learns what you're trying to accomplish. And it gives you an advantage that's so it's such an advantage, man. It's unfair.
yeah. You
It's
almost start to
unfair.
feel guilty, huh?
Yeah, I feel bad for those who are not.
I'm gonna stop the share, man. I'm gonna shut this down. I appreciate you, bro. Nothing but love. Have a great holiday. Your grandmother is 100
And 12, 112, man, and keeping it pushing.
and I know you're only 92, but you're looking great, man. But it's in the DNA. Hey, bro, I appreciate you, man. Get back to making things change and making things happen. Good looking out. Nothing but love, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one now.
Okay.
All
All right,
right.
you guys.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye now. All right. Let's shut down that.